Hello, everyone. We went 4 minutes late. StreamYard has problems since the last 24 hours. Guess what? We were in a live event yesterday and it disappeared. No, I have not. So, hi, everyone. Last Friday, we took kind of like sabbatical, but we work anyway. I hope you everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know that most of the situation has been compromised with this pandemic, but we still have Zoom. We have everything and still we have some. So today we're going to talk about a topic that get us excited. Do you know that it's a video game who use face reading, micro expression, body language, and linguistic and interrogation? And it's since 2011. Elva Oribe, my partner, my business partner in crime from all our office in Latin America, welcome. And we worked really hard for this one and we have a lot of fun too.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, it's a great. I don't know you, but I always been interested by video games. I think for now it's a little bit complicated because the controls have a lot of buttons and it's like kind of
Oh, you already
complicated.
tried to play the game? I played it on my computer. I lost my Xbox and my divorce, so I played on my computer.
Yeah, yeah,
Who the heck asked for your Xbox and your divorce? Hello.
yeah.
Well, we have a lot of people already waiting. Hi, Susan and Elba. Happy Friday. Got my back cat coming in to watch. Okay, thank you, Leah. Hi, Elizabeth. We miss you too. So, what we're going to be talking about today? L.A.Noire. I have complaints and I've been pronouncing that bad. It's L.A.Noire. It was created in 2011. Actually was presented in one of the film festivals as a one innovation. Why? It's the first video game who used the technology who are mapping your face, meaning real people is sitting, their faces are mapping by computer and translated to a system. Even though sometimes the game is like 10 or 15 minutes, each of the characters, each of the actors record almost until 25 to 40 hours because you can choose what outcome you're going to come. So, for example, I have you as a suspect. What questions I'm going to do? I need the reply. And that's how L.A.Noire happened. It's facing on the 1940s where everybody was sexy and the women were so putting together, and it's like when the 40s were like all this mystery happening, Humphrey Bogart. So I love that it's ambience on the 40s. You, Elba, what is the thing that you like the most about the show?
Yeah, I think this. I was reading about it, and I found that there was a game before of L.A.Noire. It called Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment. That was in that time the only one that you can. But this is more intuitive. Intuitive. You can decide if someone is guilty or not. But when L.A.Noire came, it was blowing mind from everyone for everyone because it's more real. They really study there are crimes that happen in that time in 40s
Yeah, the
and they
Black
put it on the
Dahlia.
game.
Yeah, the Black Dahlia. We have a lot of unsolved crimes,
The
and
red lipstick, it was one called the red lipstick, I remember. Yeah.
most of you know that Michelle Dresschel, Lena Cisco, and Janine Driver and myself, we have a show called The Profiler Task Force every Wednesday, and we analyze all crimes and serial killers. And when we come up with the idea, it was like, oh my God, do you know what is the most listened podcast on the world? Unsolved and Dark Crimes. And like, oh my God, what about if 4 female top profilers on the United States, we get together and we start analyzing like a badass profiler, and the show is a success. The third show, we had 12,000 views, 4,000 subscribers in our channel. Why? People love dark crimes and play detectives. So today we're going to play detectives together. But we have a twitch. What about if I tell you that somebody came up with the idea before and they did it horribly? Like, oh my God, they ruined it.
Yes.
We find a video where 2 private investigator, PI, it's called PI, private investigator, were invited to solve a crime show live. When we found out this video with Elba, it was like 9, no, what, 11 p.m. I'm like, Elba, get online. Get online. Why? Get online. You're not going to believe what I just found online. And we went until like 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, analyzing the video, like, oh my God, these dudes get paid for saying such a BS comment. So we decided to do the show in 2 parts. One is face reading, how you use face reading, micro expression, body language, and interrogation, how you put all the channels together for sales, interrogation, whatever technique you want to use. And the other one, we have the voice. We choose to blur the faces of the people talking, but we have the sound, how wrong they got it and how they miss all the important clues. In this case, why? What is worries me about this video is that lawyers are hiring people like these 2 PIs. When you get a case based on what they think there were proof in this episode, you can have any DA, any decent lawyer throwing your case to the trash. So we're going to show you how it needs to be done and how it doesn't need to be done. Let's get the show started. What do you think?
Let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I know you didn't sleep last night for this.
No, no.
I know. So we're going to go for our first. We're going to start talking about L.A.Noire. Come to play detectives with us. So, Elba, we talked in the beginning about that all the characters are right on top of a real person. These are the 2 characters. And since you worked so hard in this presentation, all yours, my love.
Thank you. Well, yeah, like you said, Susan, yeah, the characters were based on the real people, and the 2 detectives they are like the main characters of the game. Now, let's see. We are going to talk about face reading, and we are going to see how we can have the same features, but in some point you have something that is different, and how we can approach a person with those features. Let's talk about
only one comment. It's funny that the first detective then is Paige. I don't remember the name. I'm really bad with the names. I played the game, but bad with names. In real life, he had bigger ears than the one they give him on the video game.
On the video, yes.
I don't know why.
I think it's because you remember that the big ears is most of you have to listen. You need to the consistency, and the small ears is about more like visual.
Visual, yeah.
And I think, yeah,
corporate information.
And I think because it's a game and talking about detectives and murders and crimes and everything, they need to put a person with that can be more visual to see the sign screen and to talk with people and everything. I think it's maybe goes with that.
Yeah, because we talk that and we find out that there are people like us working on this company to develop the games and the characters to determine when somebody needs to be aggressive, what feature need to put on the face. So again, we start landing the plan, putting everything together. And again, when people says where you can use face reading, like where you can't. All yours. Tell us more about the characters.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk about first of all the features that these 2 have in common. Okay, first of all, they have small ears. Both have small ears. Both are visual. They listen with their eyes. So what happened with a person when they listen with their eyes? You have to be prepared with images, with pictures, showing things. For example, if you're trying to convince your partner to go to go vacation in a determined place, the first thing you have to show to your partner is the images. Is how is going to be the hotel, how is going to be the city, for example, or the places that you can know how they are, what they have, so your partner can have all the information and they can imagine what they are seeing.
We have I'm checking. I'm not checking my phone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm checking the show on my cell phone because we don't have a second monitor in order to get audio. And Ana Lu says maybe the creator didn't want to have bigger ears because it's an avatar. That makes sense to fit it in an avatar, and because they're using the hat all the time. If you see, it's a different wing of the hat on the first one. The first one have a small wing. The second one is a bigger wing. So yeah, it can get lost on the big ears. Good call, Anne.
Yeah. Now, another thing, they have both have high ears. How do you determine if a person have high ears? You can put a line at the end of your eye, throwing like this,
Here
and
you go.
if the
You can
ear
see the you can
it's
see the mouse.
okay, in that point, if the ear it's up that line, it's high ears, and if the ear is down, it's low ears. In this case, both have a high ears. So what
What is the
happened?
difference on the height? Because the second one have higher ears than the first one, and both on the comic have lower ears than the real person. Do you notice that too? They modify the higher the
Yeah,
ears.
they modified because if you have high ears, it's a person that gathers information really fast. So they tend to go fast, and maybe sometimes they can make decisions without having the whole information. So I think that's why they change the height of the ears, because when you have lower ears, you tend to have the information, you tend to look for the information, you tend to be more patient when you have to make a decision. You're not going to make a decision on the rush. So I think that's why they can change. They change the height of the ears, because if it's too high, they're going to gather information really fast, and they tend to be more intuitive. So I think that if you're under pressure, you can make a decision and it's going to be right. But if you don't have the whole information and you make a decision without having all the facts, maybe that decision not is going to be the right one. So I think that's why they changed the height of the ears.
And by the way, both of them have the same characteristic. When people say it's like they don't look alike because you're not looking on the right place. They have the same ears, the same eyebrows, the same lips, the same eyelids. Like they are like a carbonic copy of each other, even though the structural face is different, but
Mm-hmm.
they both have what a real characteristic of a real detective. I've been working with the forces for a long time, and believe me, if I see somebody in a police station with the characteristics these two have, I know they're either detective, undercover. I get it. The eyebrows and those eyelids. Elba, tell me about it.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I don't want
that's
to
the
get in these
message.
dudes'
I
path.
thought
They're
the
going to
same.
go over you.
Yeah, they have straight eyebrows, both, meaning that they need facts and data. Don't go around just they give the bullet point. Don't tell the story because they don't care. They just need the facts. So it's I think for being a detective, it's going to be great because they are not going to lose the main point because they just need the facts. In the eyelids, here's another thing. They are extremely focused, meaning they if you interrupt a person with no eyelid showing, they are going to feel crazy. Why? Because when they are focused in things, they give 110%. They don't want distractions. They don't need distractions. So yeah, and another thing, they need their space. They're the kind of people that it's okay, this is my space. I need my time. I need to be with myself to reload my energy.
And by the way, if you can see on the second character, and we're gonna see this video game in action, but you can see, and we have Perry, who is a vivid avid player of L.A.Noire. He was ballistic. Perry, when we tell that we're gonna be analyzing this, because I know it's one of your video games for the day. But something is like both have like the fronting on between the eyebrows, like when you laser focus. So
Mhm.
the level of details on the fronting, on the muscle of the face, on the description of the feature who represent each of them, the micro expression, I would say is that
Everything.
the only thing that kind of off is like the micro expressions. We have like this birds and like it look like a micro expression, but you really need to be paying attention. And the body language is kind of stiff, but beside that, like they did a great job.
Yeah, I think they did a great job too. They represent what they need to represent with these two detectives. They obviously they use face reading because each feature is telling us that they have certain characteristics to be a detective.
Yeah.
Straight eyebrows, small ears, high ears. It's like yeah, they give like the meaning.
And I love both chins. Like, ooh, but personally, I like the second character more. It's more my
Me
type.
too. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Next one. In this episode, there are going to be three subjects that we're going to need to evaluate it and talking about. And it's a fourth one, who is the missing person. So we're not going to put it, so we're not going to be reading the character of the missing person. But tell me, we're not going to say who is who. So we don't give away the episode that we get today. Is only 8 minutes, and we're going to ask you to bear with us because we're going to be playing back and forth the audio to see if you can catch, determine, because believe it or not, we're going to learn more from what they said than the body is telling us. So describe the subject, Elba, without saying who they are.
Okay, the first one, we already know what is small ears. He has low ears. That's the difference that we talk about before. It's like he thinks he need time, so they don't want to be rushed. Close to the head. The people that has close ears to the head are the ones to follow the rules. They are not thinking outside the box. They are the ones that if you need me to do this, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to think about if I can do it better or in another way, because no, you give me instructions, I go with that. So
And
I
thin
think,
eyelids. True.
yeah, and thin eyelids, meaning that in this case, this character can be with people, talking with people, having a good day in a meeting or something. But at the end of the day, he has to back up, to go, like, go away and have his time. Why? Because he needs to reload his energy, being by himself. So thin eyelids, it's a person that can be with people, can talk with people, have enjoy being with people, but at the end of the day, they will need their time too.
Yeah.
Why?
So let's start moving forward so we can start showing the video. We have people asking like, I want to watch the video. Okay.
Okay, I just want to tell you one thing, because when I was watching the video, it's representative of the second character. You have to pay attention. She has round eyebrows.
Ooh.
She's people oriented, and she has high eyebrows. Okay, let's see what happened when we are going to watch the video. Pay attention when she's talking, because when you have a person with a high eyebrows, it's a person that needs space. Okay, and it's formal. They tend to be more formal. So I think she represent a part in the video that you can see that.
Yeah. And why we showing first face reading, and we're gonna get this done. So why we showing face reading and what it mean that when you're going to interrogate someone or you're going to talk with someone, you need to be paying attention and how you need to communicate with these people. So what we have been showing you is what we teach to sales rep, lawyers, and policemen when they need to do an interrogation or when they need to have a conversation with someone. Why? What is the golden rule and what is the platinum rule? Let's see who knows about that. Like, hey, hi, Brandon. How you doing? I guess I have big ears. Brandon, I did a personal reading with you, and I remember we get kind of dirty on the reading in a good way. So, Brandon, I don't remember if you have big ears. We can go over again. Thank you for being there. Hello, Saba. How you doing? Christine says, "This is what we have to teach us properly." Yeah. Well, get to the
Facebook group.
Facebook group, and you're gonna get it. So actually, we have a banner. Here we go. If you want to learn, so yeah. So if you want, you can go to the Facebook group today at 5 p.m. We're gonna be talking about a real picture, a real person, and I'm sure we're gonna be talking about this because Perry is gonna go ballistic. It's not gonna be able to hold it. Maybe the character didn't want to have bigger. Oh, that's the comment Anne did. We have Joy Catcher. She is in all of our event. No eyelids. That what pop up small, close together. Good, guys. You start catching things. Yes. Is there a full of lip? It is. Yes, it is the full lip. What does it mean? They have full lower lip and small upper lip. Do you know what I mean? When you have a thin upper lip, has to do with your personal life, has to do with your feelings. If you need to be addressing with someone with that lips characteristic, if you ask them how they feeling, are going to telling you how they doing. People with small, thin upper lip are people who doesn't talk about feelings. They're not kinetic. They're not going to be talking about feeling words. They're going to be talking about doing and make it work. Now, the lower lip has to do with your external world, is how you talk to others. So because they're detective and make you talk, actually the characters are properly designed, meaning that the lower lip has to do with, like, they can chew your ear, they can convince you to do everything they want. Why? Because they know how to do it. My whole family has large than average lips. Lol. My question too. They're talkers. That's the reason. I would like to know if they're upper lip or lower lip. Maybe Joy, you can jump on the Facebook group and drop a picture, since it's a private Facebook group, so we're not exposing your family, and we can analyze the lips. That's the Facebook group for. I have big ears. Haha, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with having big small ears. All of them have a meaning. Christine, agree. Joy Catcher. Lol. Yeah, we can analyze your family. It's gonna save you more money than therapy, believe me.
Yeah.
Both are big. So now, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the video and we're gonna fast forward the video, and I need you guys to tell me if you can listen to the audio. This is an 8-minute video, and we went like 2 hours and a half analyzing.
I think so.
So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to the easy part. But the most important is to compare our analysis with the analysis of the two private investigators, to show you, like, what it cannot be done and why assuming things that are not there, and they're missing the most important. And again, if you're a lawyer and see someone doing what these two guys did, you can lose a case.
Yeah.
You can lose a client. Worse, you can lose a relationship. Let's share the video and have fun, because this is the part I've been waiting for it. And that's the reason Elba haven't slept.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I know, honey. We know. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, because we're going to interrupt the video. You can see the video, Elba?
Yeah, I can see it. It's blurred, but
Okay.
I can see it. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is go back and forward on the video, and if for any reason you don't hear it, please let us know. I don't see the comment on this monitor. So Elba, do you see the comment?
I can see it here. I can tell you.
So if you see any comment related to the video, can you let me know, please?
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's get the party started.
Let's do it.
Can you hear the audio?
No, I can't.
Now?
Nope.
Okay, I know what is going on. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. Stop. Here we go. We're gonna go again. Technical. That's what I love about life. I always get messed up.
You never know what is going to happen.
I didn't put on share sound. That would be great if I share the sound, no? Hello, Susan.
I think so.
Get your things together. Okay, let's
challenge some of the logic.
Now I can hear it.
Okay, so we're gonna go since the beginning. This is a show that a video game company bring two PI, private investigators, to help her to go through the game. It's longer. We edited the part that we think they're considering. This is the introduction. One of the PI thing is going to be one of the problems analyzing the game.
Do you think that the game L.A.Noire is going to be at all similar to your work? It actually is Los Angeles in the 1940s.
I think that it's going to challenge some of the logical tactics that we're going to have to use. You're going to have to discern body language and whether or not somebody's telling you a lie or telling you the truth. So I think it will challenge us in that way to be able to discern whether somebody's telling us the truth or somebody's full of crap.
So I'm actually going to be playing the game, and then these two will be consulting me and making all of the decisions.
We'll do the best we can for you.
We do the best we can, meaning that you can do better, but you're not doing it. Anyway, this episode is called the driver's seat. So driver's seat, and let's see what happened.
Have you ever done a homicide? That's so spooky.
Double homicide.
Look at the
First error. What he says is a double homicide. We don't know that yet. Why you have such a bias? When I start the case saying I have 2 homicides, meaning that I need to have 2 bodies and somebody killed other people. Bias, don't do that.
Crime scene.
He made a big mistake right there. He opened up that trunk with his fingers, and
with no gloves.
He disturbed any prints that might have been on that trunk.
Well,
I'm gonna give it 1 on that. Only to teachable moment. Do you know what's the first time the gloves were used on a crime scene? And second question, do you know where that happened? Do we have any answers? I'm going to be checking on Facebook. We don't have any answers.
Elizabeth says, can we see it? I think the video, but it shows the video.
So, okay. What year was the first time that police start using gloves in crime scene? And we have a couple anecdotes. I know we're kind of geeky with that. So what we know the year, the place, and why today more policemen use black nitrile gloves and not white. Do you have any answer, Ella?
Yeah, 1924.
Somebody got it? Or somebody Google it?
No, it was me.
Wait a minute. You wasn't supposed to give it away.
I know. I know. I thought you were asking me, but no one answered.
Really? Are you kidding me? What, I need to mute you? Girl. Okay. Like Elba says, in 1924 in England, a psychologist was reviewing the crime scene, and he realized that putting fingerprints and disturbing the crime scenes would be a complication when they need to analyze the case. So he started advising to all the policemen to start using gloves, and he prepared what it was considered the first investigation crime scene kit. Again, 1924 in England. Most people don't know, but the best criminology theories, that's the reason I study in England, is coming from the British. Actually, Sherlock Holmes and all the story, criminology start, and what is elicitation and what is investigation is seen, and the deduction is seen coming from England. Now, why?
Before you talk, I have Elizabeth saying 1950, and she says black to see fingerprints, dust, and particles. That's the answer that Elizabeth.
Half and half. Anybody else want to try why CSI use white gloves and the police use the black gloves? I'm checking on our Facebook to see if somebody say anything.
No, I don't have no one answering here.
Why? The police use black gloves because they can, if they touch a surface, anything that is shiny, anything that needs to be paying attention is going to be reflected on the black gloves. Now, the reason why CSI as crime scene investigators, not the show, investigators, they use white gloves because they can put the hand on a carpet, for example, and determine if it's liquid or they have blood. So in 1940s, it wasn't completely established on the United States that the police incorporate glove on the scene. So today, a policeman will never do what they did. And we need to remember, at the end of the 90s was when the DNA was included in court. Mm-hmm. So people think that we have DNA for a long time. It's almost been like 20, 25 years, and no longer than that. So disturbing the scene was something that people wasn't aware. So I'm going to give a half and half on this point because in the 40s, it wasn't really common that you're going to find a policeman using gloves. So check your data and check your facts. Now, pay attention to this clue because it's extremely important to define what happened with the case.
We're going to stir like a lot. I think.
We got a live hog that was purchased.
Ooh.
It's a lot of blood.
Are you coming up with any thoughts yet?
Well, something's dead.
Fair enough.
Again, this is the same dude who says we have a double crime. What he says when he saw the blood, something is dead. We don't know yet.
Nope.
Do you know how much I bleed every time that I cut my finger? Do not. ever go with a bias to any situation when you need to perceive information, when you need to gather information. I know it's a game, but it drives me crazy. This guy get paid to find out dirty about other people, and he's already has bias. Elba?
Yeah, I think the same. And you hear what he starts saying? He's a double homicide, and now he says something is dead. Like, okay, where is the consistency here? The congruency here? Yeah.
Never ever walk in a situation thinking that you know the end until you don't see the end of the movie. Here we go.
Yeah.
What should we do next?
Continue canvassing the area.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna look at that thing, I guess.
Adrian Black.
Married. Sounds like an
Downtown.
average guy. What was he
Adrian's a male.
Well, let's look and see what else is in the wallet.
Okay, we'll look at this photo here. Oops, she's spooky. That woman's thinking about something.
Let's see there.
Again, she's biased too. She already give the woman attribute that we don't know if she have. Don't do that. Don't fulfill your own prophecies. Please. 101. Lawyer, police, sales, do not fulfill your own prophecy. Let the information get to you and process the information you have. Not what do you think that you have.
There's a pipe on the ground.
Ooh, bloodstain pipe. This looks like a murder weapon to me.
It could have been used, yeah.
Is it?
That could very well be a murder weapon.
Again, he was disrupted because the policeman was open the trunk with the fingers, but he's not disrupted that the only thing who looked like maybe is the murder weapon is touching by the fingers. Hello?
Yeah.
Now where you need to complain, not with the track of the car. Now where you need to complain. Pay a lot of attention to the pipe size, design, and color, please.
And name.
And the name, because it's going to come up at the end. Why? Maybe it's not what you think.
brand name might give us something to go on. You found the vehicle?
What question should I ask him first?
I would probably go in why was he there in the first place?
Agreed.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and
Keeps
recognized
that
a
away.
shortcut.
I think he's telling the truth.
So, yeah, do you think he's telling the truth? Should I?
So far, I think you should good cop him.
Have you seen anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
He's deliberately making direct eye contact.
So should I good cop, bad cop, or accuse him of something?
I don't think that we have enough yet to accuse him of anything.
Enough yet to accuse him? You don't have anything, dude. Like, really? These guys are talking themselves as a PI? You have this on a real interrogation than I have been there. Like, you don't have anything in this guy. Like, what the heck? God, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm pissed off because this is like, yeah, that happened every time that we review videos with I get completely like stormed with this.
Anything because I don't think he's not giving us enough to discern that he's telling a lie right now.
A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know
He's
most
seen
of
the
the
car
cars
before.
park here regularly.
Contents of
The
wallet.
wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
Pay attention to this. This is one-on-one interrogation. I wish we have Lena with us to talk about elicitation. It's cute how he is going to answer. So you want to know when somebody is, I don't know, let's see, after, pay attention to this phrase.
You accusing me of something, mister?
See, now he looked away, and that's usually a tell that you're not necessarily. You might not be telling the truth about something there.
Yeah, but
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to punch this guy in the face. Why what he's saying is not true? Okay, only to narrow, because two things happen here. A, the subject that you're interrogating is not a suspect, it's not a person, it's a subject that you're interrogating. When he was asked a direct question, a close-ended question, did you look on the wallet? He shouldn't says yes or not. He says, do you think I was doing something or stolen something? He was defending, overselling, justifying, trying to convince you that was the answer instead to convey information. That can happen. Somebody feel like, oh my God, they're thinking I've stolen money. Like, no. But what happened when the detective says that we have scientific proof since 2011 is not true? Elba, I'm going to give you that to you.
The eyes. Because if, for example, when someone is telling you a lie, they tend to look you. Why? Because they want to know if you
Eat the
go
lie.
with the lie. Yeah, eat the lie. So if you don't have too much eye contact, it doesn't mean that you are lying. Because when you want to know if someone is eating you the lie, you have to see the people. So you have to see the reaction what the people have.
So only to clarify, the normal human eye interaction with other people is between 70 to 60% of the time that we interact. And so from every 100 minutes, 60 minutes, you're going to be interacting with the other person. So when somebody deliberately move the eyes, maybe they're thinking, they're trying to recollect. If you ask me a question, I'm going to lower my head and close my eyes, or I'm going to upper my head and close my eye, because I'm going to try to remember to give you the right answer. Even if I'm lying or not, I'm going to do that. So avoiding eye contact when you do a question with me doesn't mean the person is lying. What happened with eye contact is, if somebody's lying, they're going to be paying attention to you more often because they want to make sure that you are eating the lie. So, again, this dude get paid for this.
Okay, I have some
free.
comments.
Yeah.
I have comments. Don't get weighed by the looks. Okay, posted the pic, listening on the TV whole time. Lol. LOL on my cell too. LOL. Okay, that makes sense. It's from Facebook.
Great. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, we have two Facebook. One is the private group, and the other one is the regular one. Like, yes. So, do you see how many bias we have here? And we don't know what the heck happened, and we are only 3 minutes away. So bear with us. This is exciting, and I hope you see it evergreen after. Okay, let's go back.
It appeared that he had checked that wallet to see if there was money in it.
It appeared. You don't know, dude. You know that he is avoiding the answer, but you don't know what happened. You know what happened? These people watched the show before they go live. They didn't do it like Elba and we did. I watched the first 2-3 minutes of the video, and Elba, jump online right now. We need to go this together. And we were resolving the case at the time that was happening. And we were going through the analysis at the same that happened, but we didn't see the end. Why? Because it's impossible not to be subjected, immersed on the answer when you know what is going on. So why you do give again bias? You running before walking. You don't do that.
You can get aggressive with them so we can be bad cops.
Do you want the patrolman to hold you down while we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie?
That's the right question to do by an officer. He's not incriminating. Since the subject didn't reply yes or no to a question as a close-ended question, he's like, oh, you're guilty. I'm sure you watched the wallet. Like, no. Do you want somebody to come out and check in your pocket? So he's giving the subject an action to like, okay, I can talk or I can play dumb, but I make you sure that you know the consequences if you don't tell me the truth, but I'm not accusing. So that law and order, like, oh, you're guilty, book it. It's not true. It's not how real life happened.
Maybe I checked inside that wallet.
Ooh.
Not that I was going to steal anything.
We did it.
I think that if he had something to do with the murder, I don't think he would have stayed around and called the cops about the murder.
If he committed that murder, he'd be long
gone.
Now, often up and to the right means that you're pulling from memory, and down to the left is usually more of a lie than.
Interesting.
But in either case, the lack of eye contact would be an indication that somebody would be lying.
We're going to.
Hello.
You hear that?
Where I can start? Okay. The lack of eye contacts. It's not true. In 2011, we have studies proven only to be clear, I do not believe if you look on the right or the left, you're lying or constructing if you don't have a baseline. Baseline meaning that you need to determine how the person used their eyes. You can determine how if the blinking increase. You can determine if the breathing change. You can determine even from the carotid veins how the blood is going through your neck when somebody's nervous, when you have it near to you, because you see the pulse on the neck. But you cannot, and this was recorded in 2018, meaning that he has 7 years of studies to go over. This guy is telling somebody's lying because how they use the eyes. The worst part is sales reps, their jury, their lawyers, their policemen who have been trained that is when somebody's lying. It's not true. Hello?
No.
And what else we
No.
missed, Elba, on this one? Okay.
Long
gone.
Now, often up and to the right means
Okay. Do you know, for most of you know that I love about read and write about serial killers as a hobby. Do you know that most serial killers go back to the crime scene? Do you know that most people who commit the crime call the police to the crime scene so they can seen as not a suspect because they call?
Yeah.
So when somebody commit a crime, they don't run. Most of the serial killers actually they were watching the scene and they were watching the police working on the canvas, and they're even embed themselves on the investigation. You know that? So bias, wrong information. God,
you're
Lord,
pulling
these
from
guys.
memory and lack of eye contact.
And what could have led him?
Lack of eye contact, that's telling somebody's lying. Like, a perpetrator is never going to call the police, is not right. Lack of eye contact, people is lying, is not right. Looking to the left, to looking to the right, that is meaning they're lying, is not right. These guys, again, get paid for doing this. We are not. Like, be aware who you feed your brain with. Be aware who you listen to, and be aware how much you pay attention to people who doesn't have any background to talking about they're talking.
Him to get there in the first place.
LAPD, Mrs. Black.
So this is the wife of the supposedly we think missing, dead, we don't know person.
May we come in? The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night.
I think she's
Let's
lying.
check the place.
I think she's definitely got something that she's not comfortable.
How? Why
Yeah.
she says like she's lying?
She didn't say nothing.
The police just come to your house and say like, well, we found a pipe and you're with blood and your husband is missing. She has been up all night not knowing what happened with the husband. Like, what the heck? Why she's lying? You don't know that. It's nothing to show you that the woman is lying. Again, feeling bias on people. Like, come on, guys, get your things together.
What's going on? I would go maybe to his room to see about him.
I go everywhere,
You go everywhere.
and I'm not sure what I'd be looking for. I'd just be looking.
I
No.
think that's the only thing right the guy have. I'm gonna be looking everywhere. I don't know what I'm looking for because I don't know what is going on. So I will looking everywhere. Now we get into a place and we're gonna find out about someone, and you have another person on the house. Who you go? What is the first question you're gonna make if you need to go to a house of someone and you're gonna find out about that person? What is the question you should do, Elba? We talk about this.
Yeah, I have thought. I was thinking on that. Where's the place that this guy been? Where is the most the most common place that he stays?
Where is the place he spent the most? Do you know the most serial killers or people who commit crime, even if cheaters, men or women, they keep trophies, meaning emails from the person they are cheating to, like a personal gift and things. And we tend to, as a human beings, to hide things an open source, meaning I can keep looking in the place, then I hide in the things all the time. So most people think they're gonna find things under the floor or on the roof.
No.
Actually, people leave things on where they can pay attention all the time. So first of all, ask where the person spent most of the time and look for simple things that can be out of space. If you want to know if your kids are doing drugs, if you want to know your partner is cheating, you know what? people is so lame. They think they only know about it. They left the crumb bread of clues until you find it. So first thing that Ron in this show is like, Miss, where your husband spend most of the time of the day? That's the first place you need to look for it.
Assuming he's dead. Okay, we haven't found the body yet.
Assuming
He
he's
could have been
dead.
Killed anyway.
You don't assume anything.
No.
In an investigation, you don't assume anything. That's right. You have wrong people in jail because you don't assume. Dude, get your facts together.
I'd be looking
Ticket
for
to Seattle and a
bloodstains.
suitcase gone missing.
Well, we just found a ticket.
Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
You just gotta leave his life. Oh my God, drama.
There's missing luggage, right?
He's got a packed up suitcase.
Let's look at this. He's all smiley and everything.
Okay, pay attention to this because that was the point when I jumped from my chair and I want to punch one of the guys. Please pay attention to that, and Elba knows that
too.
We shouldn't have record that part of the
because
brainstorming. I was
our
really,
reaction. Yeah.
I literally jumped on the chair like, you must be kidding me.
Right?
Oh,
That's not his wife's name.
To my Adrian.
I don't think that's his wife's name.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
I'm like guessing this is a bar where he met his girlfriend.
Again, she's assuming he have a girlfriend. We're assuming it's not fact. People, get your facts together. Elba, we have any comments? Well, I'm going ballistic by myself.
A lot of comments here. Okay, let's start with it. Okay, that makes sense. They're trying to recall memories too. When we were talking about the eyes, the hand gesture and stance, they have two. They want authority, right? How they act normally. Sometimes they don't want to remember, so they close their eyes because it's painful to recall. It's from Facebook. I don't know who put it.
Great comment. We have an extremely well educated audience. When these two guys are paid for it, guys, you're way better than these two PI. You know that?
Yeah. Christine says yes. Christine says, I guess they insert themselves. Now, Jennifer, body language is not mind reading. I feel like they are trying to mind read.
Yeah, you cannot embed yourself in an investigation. You're an observer. The day you stop being an observer, that's when you lost the perspective. Never, ever do that. When you're too emotional in a situation, walk away. Why? Because your brain is not working. Everything's happened here. So when you get too heated, step back. That's the reason you can see problems in your friend's life, but you cannot see on your life. You cannot see problems in your personal life, your kid's life, or your business life. Why? When we are too involved, we get too emotional. Happen to all of us, even though if you're a profiler.
The full potted plate. This is a cute house. Looks like something's missing.
Why you
Looks
think
like
she's
we probably
missing?
have to put it together.
Okay, pay attention to this pipe. Remember, guys, when we says pay attention to the pipe that we find on the scene? It's not a crime scene. It's just a scene. Remember the pipes? Who remembered the difference between these pipes and the pipes that we found on the scene? Everybody remember? It's extremely significant differences. Now we're going to use the Jason Bourne technique. People make fun of me, but that's what I teach, like how to scan a room. I give you a room, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, block your eyes, and you need to remember at least 90% of the things if you want to pass my class. They call me a bitch. They're right. I do that to my students. Okay.
So
What?
start with any.
Would you ever do this? Would you ever like re-piece together something on the crime scene?
Sure, why not?
And this piece goes. We're missing something.
It looks like the pipe that is missing from here may be the pipe that's at the crime scene.
Hello. Everybody can tell me why this guy's off and they don't know what he's talking about? Elba, somebody else beside me get excited with this? Or like, I need to call my therapist. You see the pipes? They're pink and blue.
Mm-hmm.
What is the pipe on the crime scene? Silver, red.
Silver.
The shape, the form, the type of pipe is completely different. It's not the same.
Different.
Even the grid to close the pipe. So it's not the same.
I have here Errol, and he says color coordination of pipes, smaller pipes.
Thank you, Earl. You are one of the, I should give you the diploma and get you graduated already for how many hours you have put up with me. You see, guys, how like, if we paying attention to the right things, we can be detectives of our life. Are you having fun? Because we are having fun. Okay, let's keep going. Any more comments?
Yeah, he says here, Elizabeth, different color. Christine, in heat 1-inch pipe. Elizabeth, color, light gray. And Facebook, someone from Facebook says, shape and everything. LOL.
You see, guys, you're already thinking like a detective. You are our crowd.
Great.
I would also agree.
Can you account for your movements last night?
I was here all night, of course.
Okay. I torture Elba for like 20 minutes with this phrase only. Elba, you cannot talk. And I don't see your face, but do not. Okay, block your face. Put something in front of your face because you're going to give it away. Okay, guys, please pay attention to this phrase. I'm going to run it again. It's her answer that you need to pay attention.
Missing from here may be the pipe that's at the crime scene.
Great.
I would also agree.
Can you account for your movements last night?
I was here all night, of course.
What is wrong with that answer? It's not that she's guilty, but it's telling me that I need to go dig deeper. Why? We start paying attention to the words.
Jennifer says,
yeah,
of course.
What else?
No one else.
No one else?
Nope, just Jennifer.
Jennifer, you have the big balloon. Is right. Of course.
Errol says too, of course.
It says, why? If you ask me what you did last night, like, I went to sleep, of course. Like, why of course? Why you need to accentuate, like, making sure, like, of course, I was home. Did you cheat on your husband? Like, no, of course I will not gonna do that. And like, oh my God, get a divorce lawyer. Somebody says that. But hello, why of course? It's not that she's guilty, but she's definitely pointing distance and like, I want to make sure that I am not become a suspect. Guys, you want to keep going because we're having too much fun.
Waiting for Adrian to come home.
I don't think we have enough to accuse her of anything, but we definitely don't want to go easy on her either.
No.
Yeah, I think we have to be aggressive.
Kind of screws a little bit.
You need to be aggressive. Like, okay, please, my police guys, what do you have? What is one of the things that I teach you in all the classes? And I'm so happy in January start teaching police again because I miss you guys. You cannot ever get anything by anyone in your life being aggressive.
No.
You get more with a spoon of honey than a punch in the throat. So if you want somebody to be dealing with you, you need to create rapport physically and verbally, and you need to make the person feel safe. Most people confess from the jail to the confession room than in the confession room because they're lucid. If you go, one of the things that I love to do is go for a walk with a new client. Why? We walk next to each other and we talk, and they tell you way more than you think. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get someone to talk to you, never ever be aggressive. Never go to the neck. If you find out somebody's lying to you, don't say like, oh, by the way, that is a lie. Done, close. Yeah. You're not going to have any word for anybody else. So the guy saying, let's be aggressive is BS. Never, ever. Try to get to your kids to tell you what is going on if they're doing drugs, being aggressive. Like, good luck. Try to get to your partner telling you what is going on, being aggressive. Good luck with that. Elba?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the same. You have to create the rapport because if the person doesn't feel comfortable with you, they're not going to talk. Mm-mm. And you need that person talk. So so you can know what's happening or what happened.
Good call, my love. Okay.
Evidence is stacking up, Mrs. Black. It all places you at the rail yard last night.
You don't have any evidence. You don't do accusatory questions. Again, look at her body language. She opened the chest, you see?
Mm-hmm.
She went for like
this.
For like, oh my God, I'm like the poor wife to like, okay, watch this again. Look her body language.
Last night.
You see how she opened?
Already told you I was here all night alone.
All night alone, too much information. She's not lying, but she's definitely wanted to put herself outside of whatever scene happened. Tell me.
Yeah.
We
I
have any
agree with that.
questions, any comment from our audience? Oh,
Yes, we have here. Elizabeth says shuffling in her seat. Then on the eyebrows doesn't match
good
to her
call.
expression either. I did on Facebook and YouTube. High voice and defense. Jennifer says there's no rapport with aggressiveness. Christine, she's relieved when they say they are going to leave. Aggressive, such negative masculine energy, says Elizabeth. Elizabeth says toxic masculine energy. LOL, true. Egos, LOL.
Yes,
Curious, stiff. When you are curious and not judging, they will share on.
definitely.
Alone, alone, where's the husband? She's
Yeah,
uncomfortable. I will
yeah,
try
she's
to find
definitely.
out what else she has to say. Mhm.
She's definitely somebody coming to your living room and accusing you like, oh, we have evidence that put you on the crime scene. By the way, maybe your husband is dead. Like, hello, I'm not on the 40s, but you need to understand on the 40s, a women depend on the men. You're just telling that woman like your
Mhm.
husband went missing. We have found blood all over the place, and maybe you need to go to welfare because maybe you're a widow. Context, people, get your information. Context. This happened on
Mhm.
the 40s. You need to understand that 2020 is not 1940s. Believe me, my grandmother was for that era, and they were completely different.
That's about
Oh
the
yeah.
photograph.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
Oh, please pay attention to this. Another moment of jumping on my chair. Why are you laughing? Because you did the same. You almost crossed the monitor when we talk about this.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to.
Somebody can tell me what happened with her voice. Let's go back. This is kind of deeper, guys, but let's go to the voice. Pay attention to the tone of the voice, how she changed the tone of the voice. It's like looking on a real interrogation. And well done, guys, from the LAnoire. Chapeau, excellent job.
It's from
Yeah.
his most recent business trip to Seattle.
Who caught it? Elba, we have anybody who caught it? Tick, tick.
No, just saying. Jennifer says her movement and facial expressions indicate a stress response. Now would be a good time to use elicitation, not aggressiveness.
Definitely. We know that she's uncomfortable with the picture and she changed the tone of voice. Let's talk to Seattle. Just like up and down, like
Yeah, just
trip to
don't want to
Seattle.
say. Uh-huh.
I want
Oh,
to
that's
think, but I don't
Errol
want to say.
says. Elizabeth says she's defensive and then soft voice. Errol says speech slow it down. Jennifer, she closed her eyes, doesn't want to look. Elizabeth hesitate. Errol chopping speech, higher tone. Jennifer, she also turned the other cheek, slow. Her voice changed tones, and Ana Luz says it changed. It sound like a stressed and nervous voice.
Wow, you guys are freaking killing it. If you're looking for a job, drop an email.
Mhm.
Okay, let's keep going.
my.
That looks sketchy. I don't know.
Why she says that? We don't know it's sketchy. We know that
Yeah,
something is going on.
no.
We don't know what is going on. If you come and ask me about my dad died less than a year ago. Like you talk about parents and that, I gonna look sketchy. Why? Because I'm gonna get all emotional. Do not, guys, please do not use bias. Do not go to the end of the road with the script
Mm-mm.
with the end. Look at the end to know how the story ends. Please. The worst we can do as a partners and as parents and as a co-worker is go to talk to you knowing the end of the story. It's not good. It's not healthy. But most of all, it's not healthy for you
No.
either.
I think we could accuse her because we actually have.
Okay, another jump on the couch moment. Can you please pay attention why even my life depend on it? I would never gonna hire this guy. Pay attention to this phrase, please.
We could accuse her because we actually have the photograph showing the signature of Nicole in the back. And what wife would not notice a picture of her husband and not at least want to take a look and see who, where the picture's from.
Ask about it.
Almost
Oh.
everybody always looks at the back of a photograph for some reason.
You're lying.
Elba,
No.
do
No.
you look on all the pictures?
It's like, no.
We can
no, it's
accuse
not
her.
like I'm going to turn around. No. Just for not looking what the picture said.
You see,
We don't know what happened
happened
when we don't know who put the picture in that little mark at first. Second, I'm not going to look for every picture that I have in my house and turn around and see what's writing. It's like, no.
We can accuse her because we have the picture.
No.
Like, guys, you're a lawyer, you're a policeman, you're trying to give me that case, and it's going to take me 15 minutes to destroy your case. Are you accusing someone because of a picture? Try to remember, if you're living with someone, are you going through every picture, open the frame and look what is on the back? Like, come on, guys, really? Again, it's not that
I have some.
Yeah.
I have comments here. Jennifer says, "Oh, FFS, what a dumb reason. That's expecting everyone to approach life like he thinks they should. They got it from the house, LOL. Then the picture is in a frame. Who opens the frame?
Thank
Where
you.
did they get it? It's all circumstances.
You know what? One of the reasons when we choose to do LAnoire, but by the way, Elba find out that mean black in French. When we choose to see what episode we're gonna do, when we find out this PI and like, Elba, we need to do this. Like, why? Because we need to demystify urgently what things that you cannot be doing on an interrogation in a simple life. Because if you watch this video, you will see like, oh my God, I need to start reviewing all the picture. I need to accusing people for the picture. Like, that is not real life. And the point is, the people who's doing the evaluation does this game the same way we do it for fun. These people get paid to put people in jail. People get paid when you have a divorce. This is the people who are hired by private investigator. Even you can hire a person like that. Maybe you're going through a divorce because a person like that give you information. Make a favor to me. Double check all the information you receive. When you put in your thoughts and somebody else who receiving a payment to give you information, be thorough with how you review the information, because maybe you're going to end up divorcing your poor partner who have nothing to do. Never, ever. Doesn't matter how much they pay me. I read a body language or microexpression. I do a profile on a person for a picture. I do profiles by a picture to face reading profiling. The reading, face reading, and microexpression, no. I can be doing this and you think that I'm giving you the hat. No. You can take a picture like doing this on my nose, like, oh yeah, she misrespect. Like, no, do not. Check your information. Double check absolutely all the information you get. Elba?
Yeah, I think the same. I think it's not you like we said, we have to see the context. We cannot make sure about things if we don't know what's happening. What is the context? Even if you are cold or not, that have a meaning too.
Definitely.
It's like, look for everything.
So I don't know, guys, but we have been 50 minutes with 6 minutes of video. Can you imagine 2 hours interrogation? Like, it's a party happen.
Oh my God.
About the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I told you what I know.
I want to say something in there.
Yeah. It's so much. Only guys to
Remember
let
that
you know.
Yeah.
We did a simple profile on this video. We can do a complete class of 4 hours with this 8 minutes video. So I know there's a lot of things that maybe you see. We're just showing the most important that you need to pick up. But in this answer, we went like ballistic with Elba, that how many things we take notes that we saw. So it's not that we don't see it. We just try to move forward because we have been an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, Elba, tell me.
Yeah, I want to say something. Remember that I told you that she has high eyebrows?
Yeah.
Look how she respond. It's formal. It's a way to get to put space between. So that's how you can put two face reading when people are talking and how they respond. You can know too how they are, how they take information, how they communicate, or how they process the information.
That's what is so important when you're going to talk to someone, read their faces
Mhm.
first. Why? You can understand how you need to talk to them, how they receive information with the ears, how they process information, and how they want to talk. When stop sharing the video, we're going to talk why it's so important before even talk to someone, read their faces, because that's the way you need to make questions and you can understand between lines when they reply to you. Okay.
What about Nicole, Mrs.
Yeah.
Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling.
Only one thing. He asked, your husband was intent to leave you, and she replied, I don't know if he wanted to leave me or was only a fling. Why do I know that she is probably not lying? Because the first part of the answer has to do with the question. The detective used the word leave, and she used the word leave first. And if she wouldn't be avoiding the answer, she wouldn't be replying with that question first. Piece of advice. Be careful when you she is acknowledging that she know about the romance, but in a way that I didn't know he was leaving me on a fling. I just look in the other way. That's what she's replying. She didn't say she's guilty.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car.
Pay attention to this. This is really important. Let's see who got it.
Big. Adrian runs a tool business, and God knows what he's up to.
We don't have a body. We don't even know if the guy's dead.
Whoa. It could be Pig.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. Very shady character. I told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
I understand you're a friend of Adrian.
Okay, this is the last part of the video, and I want you to ask you to pay a lot of attention to three phrases, three only. Three phrases on this conversation between this person and the detective. And I want to know who cut it off. Remember the last part of the wife says, I tell Adrian to keep distance from the staff, but he won't drink with the guys on the office. So pay attention how the detective asked the question and how Morgan answered the questions, and you're going to resolve the case. I just give you a hint. I shouldn't. I tell you, Elba, not to do it, and I just did. I just put my foot in my mouth.
They're always out drinking together.
I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know.
Are you aware that he's missing?
Okay. I'm aware you're a friend of Adrian Black. I know him. He says, I'm your friend, and he's my boss, and we're going for a drink. Like, I know him. Distant. I don't want to be related free with you. Why? And he says, do you know? Okay.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Okay. One word, and that answer. I'm not aware of that. What is the word that I need to pay attention? What is the word who tell me I need to go deeper? Everybody got it? Come on, I'm dying on my own body.
Once they're talking about when the phrase of the friend. This is friend, distance, language, distancing. But about the question that we did right now, no.
Okay. We're going to put it again. So for people who... Okay.
He's missing.
No, I hadn't heard that.
Okay. You want to say it? I want to say it.
I have two answers.
Okay.
I have two answers. Jennifer says that. Earl says that. And in Facebook says I am.
That. I didn't hear that. Okay, you didn't hear that. But what else did you heard?
Yeah, because it used I didn't heard that. The tense of the verb.
I didn't hear this. I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
That man is my boyfriend. Like, ooh, dude, she's on the dating apps already. This man is my boyfriend. Okay, we have an argument, but still working on. So like, yeah, that is really important. I didn't hear that. What else, Mr. Morgan? Did
Elizabeth
you hear
says
about?
heard.
So her meaning?
Elizabeth says heard.
Okay, heard.
When he says
Okay,
I never heard.
it's not that. Heard can be this auditory or visual, but the word is that. Okay, we are like 20 seconds away.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please.
Okay, this is a party way to start it. Like, it's like, okay, I'm going to put it again so you pay attention to that two lines. You see? 2 lines from all. Okay, I'm going to put it out there. It's going to be, I'm going to be responsible. I take ownership from all the show. This is the only confession that we went ballistic. You can know what happened based on these 2 lines. The guy replied. Why? Guys, I'm going to repeat it. Pay attention. Now I told you what to pay attention. So put your brain on ease mode and go for it.
Blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please.
Okay, who want to start?
Okay, he says
I'm going to stop sharing so I can.
I know.
Yeah.
You can read the messages.
Yeah. So you tell us what happened instead of I didn't hear that. He couldn't have seen it, but he didn't hear it. I know him, and now he's good boss. Delay response, spoke slower, like he is thinking much stutter. Like, actually, let's go deeper.
Yeah,
it's way go deeper. Guys, anyone who have the answer that we can go through?
Oh, Jennifer says hell no.
Hell no. Okay. I swear to God, hell no. What is the difference?
It's the same.
Invoking religion. Hell no. Hell no. Oh my God. Swear to God is not happening. Invoking religion. So hell no and swear to God is the same. So we go in there. So, okay. I'm going to reread the phrase. Maybe if I read it. He says, hell no, sorry to hear that. Again, sorry to hear that. What else you want Spain to hear? I know I'm going too deep thing, but you need to start paying attention to the words. Everybody in this game gets so distracted with the body language that nobody pay attention to the words. And you know what? Real detectives and real interrogators pay more attention to the words than pay attention to the body. And he says, what the heck these 2 women doing there speak broken language? We're dyslexic, but we know what we're talking about. One of my specialties is linguistic. Hello. So here we go. I like Adrian. He's a good boss. In the beginning, he says, I know him. Yeah, I know him. And now, yeah, I like Adrian. It's a good boss. You're overselling. So guess, okay, let's see who guessed what happened with this case. Okay, it says, why didn't he say he was a good boss instead? Oh, Elizabeth, you caught it. Elizabeth, you caught it. Guess what? Heard. No, it's heard. No. Okay. He's good. Present tense. Doesn't know he's dead. Complimenting the boss. Guess what? This is gonna give away the case. The police will start following Morgan when they knock Morgan's house. Guess who show up on the door? Adrian.
Yeah.
Why they get a live pig? So they can blot that poor pig to death with fresh blood. It was a stage crime scene. Remember when the guy says it's a double homicide, she's guilty. She didn't know anything. He want to leave her, claim the insurance company money, and leave the country with her lover that is in Seattle. By the way, he was in LA. That's how real crime happen out there. So the guy is messing around with wife. Yeah, he's messing around with the wife, but that's how you never ever you never assume, you never bias, you never walk to a room
No.
thinking that you know the answer. The answer is not in your head. If you go into a place thinking that somebody's lying, the only thing going to happen is that you're going to find information confirming your thoughts, fulfilling your own prophecies. That person is lying. If you go into a room, doesn't matter if the person has all the pictures and all the accusatory point that he killed or she killed a person, go with like, I want to hear the truth. You always need to go with your open mind to listen what the people telling you. If you have your own agenda, if you think you know the result and you're only looking for information to fulfill that prophecy, you know what is going to happen? We're going to keep having people in jail that shouldn't be there. And you're going to keep dropping cases they should for people who shouldn't be in jail and is free today. This has been so freaking fun. Can we do this again?
Yeah.
Can we?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Of course.
Next week, we're going to be talking about sales profiling. We're going to show you how to use the same techniques that we use today on a detective context and how to use it to how to profile customers, either for your therapy session, consulting, for your business, for sales, whatever situation, how to profile people and understand what the words they use and how they use it. Guys, like always, we're doing this because we're having so much freaking fun. I hope you too.
Oh, yeah.
Because we enjoyed. Elba?
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. And you know what? People think that when you're talking with a person and you want to know what is behind, people just start looking for the things that can affirm the thought that you already have. And sometimes you have to look that spots, because if you look that spots, you can see, okay, I have to go deeper here, deeper over there. So you can start putting all the things together and know what's really happened.
So let's put the banner for the people who want to go to the Facebook group. Guys, for the ones on, most of the people in the Facebook group is already here. Like, guys, really? On Fridays, you go like 5 hours with us? What's wrong with you? Maybe you need to check your therapist. Hello. So for the ones on the Facebook group, I'm going to see you guys and like, oh my God, 40 minutes. I just have time for a coffee and sip my nose. So thank you very much. Next Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, Elba and I, we're going to torture you with how to use face reading and behavior to profile your customers and get what do you need. Guys, see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
See you.